Hello. Jesse's back. Welcome, everyone. Jesse. Going to chat a little bit about experience. Now, I saw a post on Reddit. I think it was a couple days ago. Yeah, I'm now a five-way truther. This sparked a lot of internal thought and mechanical twistings and turnings. Um, this is a relatively new player, got to level 100 for the first time. Congratulations to them. And they did this by buying five ways, which is a very, very common method to achieve level 100 in Softcore Trade. Um, and from their positive experience, it sounds like they will be doing so again. They love not dying at level, 97 and feeling terrible about the experience loss. And they have their maximum skill points, so they can basically now just pursue gear choices and cluster jewel choices and stuff to achieve more player power, and they don't have to sweat and worry about dying. And yeah, Legion 5 ways are kind of the meta choice and method of getting to level 100. So anyways, I started thinking about this and I was like, well, let's do a little video because I have thought about this before. As someone who doesn't do Legion 5 ways, because I'm always broke, because I buy really stupid items and make stupid choices with the money I do make, plus I don't have that much time to play. Plus, I always play off-meta builds that sometimes fall flat. But I've thought about this level 100 thing because, the reality is, um, achieving level 100 is trivial in SC Trade. And the ladder, if you call it a ladder, the old school method of ranking players in Diablo 2 and old ARPGs, as well as in Path of Exile, on the Path of Exile official site, as well as all the aggregated sources like POE builds, Ninja, ranked by experience is the method. Ranked by the total number of experience is the very first way you filter by players, by player power, by the top of the ladder is the players who get to level 100 first. And in SC Trade in particular, it's just interesting conceptually that I don't want to say player skill, but I will say player power, experience, and build, uniqueness and whatever is no metric for ranking in the ladder, basically. The ranking in the ladder is more or less um, players who purchased Legion 5 ways before other players, really. And if you're filtering by off meta builds in particular, this is interesting because you can scroll and there'll be some random person at level 97 who has objectively way better gear than the people at level 100, just because maybe they started it as their second character, or alternatively they never buy Legion 5 ways for whatever reason. This is their starter and they just didn't get to level 100 because getting to level 100 solo is obnoxiously slow and cumbersome and just takes forever and is a huge time commitment, and you have to roll very certain specific slow ass maps and play safe all the way through. It's possible, but it's slow and cumbersome. Achieving level 100 in softcore trade, either with Legion 5 ways or other party play, it's trivial. And so it's been discussed before on the forums and other places that ranking by level, ranking by experience, the old school method of ladder ranking, is kind of not relevant for Path of Exile in softcore trade specifically. But at the same time, the people who achieve level 100 first, the very, very top, well, that's a warranted achievement because they're not doing Legion 5 ways, obviously. But after the first 0.01% of players, everyone else is just doing party play. They're doing rotations of breaches, or Chayula's pure breachstone. They're doing something in party play to get them there. Skill points are an extremely valuable asset in this game. In fact, they're like absolutely critical. They're essential. They're a huge, huge part of player power. Each skill point on the tree, in a jewel, in a cluster jewel spot, whatever it is extremely critical to your character. And it provides a competitive edge. I mean, someone who's level 100 has an edge over someone level 99 because that one skill point actually does matter. It does. It could be 6% life. You never know what it is. Something that's good. And so party play, being what it is sort of OP in that sense. You know, playing Legion 5 ways to get level 100 and have such quick access to it. It's not just the premium way to increase your player power. It actually is the number one way. It's not just like in the top, it is the top. Because getting to level 100 is more valuable and more important for a player power perspective than anything else that you can do, especially when you compare the cost. The cost of Legion 5 ways, again, back to this point, level 100 is trivial. It's actually not very expensive. It's pretty cheap, relatively speaking, to get a level 100. Now you may be asking yourself, like, why don't you do this? Well, there's a bunch of reasons. One of the reasons is that I never can stick with a build. I can't. I'll play with it, and even if I love the build, like I love my Earthshatter guy, I just can't stick with a build. I don't want to. And as a result, I don't want to commit the little currency I do have to Legion 5 ways just to make that one build as good as it can be, because I'm too impatient and I want to start another build and try new things and whatever. And and this gets me kind of the second part of the experience conversation, where leveling a new character right now in the state of POE, especially SC Trade, for someone like myself is so cumbersome. And you know, you compare this to a game like Diablo 3. I know everybody hates Diablo 3 for whatever reason. I love it. But there's a certain point in your individual progression, if you're playing SSF, if you're literally playing by yourself, you can actually get the gem of easing, whatever it's called, I forget. In Diablo 3, it reduces all requirements, and you can level up to max level in a matter of minutes, literally minutes. Whereas in this game, it takes hours, it takes multiple hours. You have to commit to it. You have to focus. You have to pay attention. You have to go through all of the steps. There's no way to skip it. You can't jump through hoops, even with twinked gear. And I'm saying this as someone who's leveled a lot of off-meta builds. You know, my most recent examples, I literally am at level 29 with a twinked leveling process, and I barely played at all. I played like a half hour or less, and I'm already like, God, I hate this. I just want to try this meme. I'm trying to play a poison sunder build using the crucible tree, okay? That is a meme-ass build. It probably is going to suck. And it's definitely going to be like no currency made from this thing. But I just want to experiment. I just want to try it out. I just want to test it. I want to see what it's like. You know, see, maybe it is fun. Maybe it's entertaining. Maybe I stick with it for longer. But this current system of experience, I think, is really out of whack. And I don't think GGG knows just how broken, quote unquote, it is. And my what is solo trade, the reason I put this here is because my method, my dream is that I can exchange my goods and service, quote unquote, goods and services, really just exchange items and gear and currency and whatever, Breachstone's stuff that I accumulate. But my experience is completely my own. My leveling process is completely my own. So when I look on the ladder and I see someone who's higher level than me, I generally can at least say that person has played more than me. That person has played Path of Exile for a longer number of hours than I have. They've committed the time to get to that higher level than me. When I see someone right now who's level 100 on poeninja, in Softcore Trade, it means nothing. It means nothing. They could have played maybe 5 hours total with that character or less. And they may not have played at all. You know, you can actually buy, quote unquote, buy campaign services. They may not have even finished the skill quests and be level 100. That's how cheap. That's how trivial it is. And I don't know if I'm the only reason that I would be frustrated by it, when I'm really not. I don't care. I don't think I really care because this is not like a competitive game. Sort of playing for myself, so it's like whatever. But the only reason I would care is that I would like a better search system and filtering system for when I want to see what players are doing. And right now, the only players you see when you search, it's immediately is the level 100 from level 100 down. And you can filter by delve and stuff, but I don't love that either. I wish there was another method. So solo trade, in my mind, is with basically Path of Exile without party play, which I know nobody would like. Nobody would like that. I would be the only person who likes that. But there are other games that do it. You know, Torchlight Infinite and stuff that don't have party play currently, but they can't. You can trade anything you pick up off the ground. You can trade it, which is interesting conceptually. I don't want to. Do I have to be a streamer if I want to try new things? Do I have to? Can't I just play the game? You know. Anyways. Bye.